these Ring doorbell videos going around on social media. I thought I would create a workflow that would make these on autopilot. If you haven't seen what I've been talking about, here's a few here's a few examples. You can see the Sora watermark in these. The videos we'll be creating, actually the watermark will be removed, but we can see it flashing up. So 1.2 million views on this one, 4.5 million on this one. This one's actually tagged as a new video, 999,000 views on that. Tagged as new, 42,000. In this video, we're going to go over this workflow. This will create the videos for you on autopilot. If you haven't seen this platform before, this is n8n. We're going to be using n8n to automate using AI the creation of the videos, and then you could automatically post them from here. There's a tool called Potatoes, very good. You could use to auto-publish as well. Then you would have your YouTube channel, the videos, everything from the creation of the prompt through to the posting would all be automated. We'll go over exactly like how you would do that towards the end of the video. Yeah, what we'd need to do if we were going to do that, this has been set up to execute on a click. If you want to build along whilst we're doing this, then what you'll need to do is any of the nodes I'm talking about, just click on that plus icon at the top there. If we were to look for a schedule trigger, we see day. Every day, we could set this up to do it every hour if you want. We could be posting a lot of content then. But if you change that execution to a schedule trigger rather than on the click, I just use the click when we are setting things up. Then you could schedule it to go, let's say every hour, and then at the end here, if we was to search for potato, and then we upload. I won't go too much into this. I'll do a separate video on the posting. Oops. But there are tools available. Very good then to be able to just publish this automatically. I'll go over that in another video. So let's get this back to here. All of the information, like the ideas for the videos, are coming from a spreadsheet. I've got a Google Sheet set up here. Just quite simple. I got all of these ideas off of ChatGPT. I haven't written them. What happens is we just select this, click to for production, and then what will happen, the workflow will take this idea and we'll see it pass through in a second, and then once it's finished it will upload the URL for our video to here. So on the workflow, what we'll do, we'll click execute. Oh, it doesn't like that we've got two executions there, so we'll delete that one. Execute. So as it's working its way through here, I'll talk you through what's happening. If you wanted to set this up, you need a Google Sheets node. This one's going to be the get rows one. So we can see this is the spreadsheet. If you haven't set up a credential for Google, if you've never connected the two, if you have a look on my channel, there's a couple of videos that explain, like one on how to set up the credential and then another one on like how you set up the sheet within here. Take a look at them. And that will help you. So I've selected the sheet, and then what we're doing here is we're looking at through the filters for the production status, and we want the one that says for production, and then we're going to add another filter and say just only return the first matching, so it just does one at a time. And we can see that's pulled now that a trampoline flies past the front porch during a storm is the idea that it's got. What it does then is it's going to pass that to our AI agent. Oh, and I can see a problem here. Okay, we're not going to get the video that we... Right, let's have a look at this. This is good. So on this, it says create a video prompt as guided by your system guide. Here's the user's idea. You can see this is red, so it hasn't actually pulled that. What I've done is I've used another workflow that I had and adapted it to make these. So what we need to do is actually just pull that across. So now we can see a trampoline flies past. So that is the prompt that, let me just see. Okay. So we'll run with it. That's all right. So that's how you set up the dynamic value. So the user message that we've got in there, it's quite a straightforward message. And the dynamic value needs to come from this AI agent. And as you just saw, we just dragged that across there. That will change this prompt. The system message we've got in here, I won't read all of this out. Feel free to pause, take a screenshot, copy this. Basically, this is giving the AI agent its role in life and explaining what you want to do. And I'll just scroll to the bottom there if you want to screenshot that. take a read through it in your time. If you didn't like the output, if you wanted to change things, this is where you would come. You could edit this and get different outputs. Have a little play around with that. Now what we've got is this is the output, and that output then is going to be passed along to just on the AI agent, if you're, just in case you are building along, once you've found the AI agent and you set that up, you'll need to give it a brain. And what you'll see is that you've got chat model, memory, tools, and parsers here. All you need to do is just click on chat model. And then what I've done is, and on this one, as the model, I've selected ChatGPT, and then you can create a new credential if you need to. So you get the information from OpenAI with your API key. If you haven't done that, then have a look on my channel. There is one on how to set that up. So yeah, that gives the AI agent a brain, and then the ability to think, just like it can check its answers. So one of the other tools that I've got connected here is the think tool, and the description here is what's preset by n8n. I find that works just fine. This next node, the HTTP request, this is sending a request to KIE AI to access the Sora 2 text-to-image model. So let's have a look on KIE AI's website firstly. We can see here we've got Sora 2 text-to-video. And basically what KIE AI are is it's like an app store, but for different AI models. There's lots of different video models that we can see on here. We've got Sora 2, we've got Google's VO 3, Seedance. We can access any of these through the one platform. I like the way they work because you don't have to have a monthly membership. If you wanted to just test it out, you can start with for as little as like $5. You could just, and this isn't I'm not affiliated with them anyway. This isn't a sponsored thing. So if you head on to KIE AI, yeah, that's how I got started with this platform. I thought I'd try it out. I think the API documentation is very good. And what we're going to see in the HTTP request node now, all of that information is all here in the API documents. Don't worry about too much if you don't want to read through there. Just copy what I've got. Have a look at that now. So what we're doing, we're posting a request to this URL. It'll be a generic credential type, header auth, and then KIE AI credential. And what you would do if you haven't got one, you just click on here and you need to fill in the information. Again, I've got another video about this. Don't want to go too much in depth there. We'll keep this video about this workflow. And then all we're doing, we're just sending body, raw, application JSON. And then this is what we're sending over to them. This is posting the request. And you can either screenshot this or have a look through their API docs. And one thing to note, now we've got our task ID, so that's given it back to us from them, which we'll need that for when we come to get the video. The videos aren't actually created like instantaneously. It takes AI a little bit of time to create them. The next node is a wait node. Very simple to set up. It's just after a time interval, and then we've got 30 seconds on there. Where it says 6 here, we've gone around that loop 6 times. And what's happening is it's trying to get the video, and then the switch node is saying, no, still not ready. It's processing, and it runs back to the wait. And then on that final one, you can see this path is lit up green. That had changed to success and passed it along. But we'll take a look now into that. So this node here is a HTTP request. This time it's going to be the get method. And then this is the URL that we're provided by KIE AI. And this is how we get that video back from them. So we can see on the state there, it was success. And those few times that it ran round, what was happening there was that would be saying generating. All we need to do is just put that URL that they give us. But now this where it's highlighted in green, that has come from here. That's another dynamic value. That's our task ID. Again, you can just drag that to the end where the URL, or to the end of the URL they've given. We put a switch node. And so we were looking for success, and then it ran down the success path, generating, it was in progress. And then we've got a fallback option, just in case there's an error, and we don't want to just send this looping around in infinity. So what happens if there's a problem? It will just fall back and update our spreadsheet saying that there was an error. If we have a look on here, look at the output. We've got a couple of URLs within this sort of, you've got result JSON. Now, one URL is the video with, and one is the video without the watermark. I only wanted the video without the watermark. This next node here splits those URLs. Again, you can just copy this, take a screenshot now, that's the top, and then now to grab the bottom of that, and we'll look then, we can see from here what's happening. That JSON URL that we've got, 202, we've still got that there, but this time now we've got an added output. We've got the final video URL and then the one with the watermark. Our last node, the Google Sheets node on here, this is the information we want to pass over. It's just that one URL. By all means, you could update your spreadsheet. You could include that one as well. Add a column in your spreadsheet and have another value here and pull that over. I've got this set up to append or update a row. Selected the same spreadsheet and the sheet that it was on. I'm matching using the ID. So that what happens, that comes from down here. To make sure that we're updating the right one, that just drags across to there. The production status is now going to be done. So I'd like that updated. I'll just type that in. And then the video URL is this one here. That's just dragged across. And once this is completed, we can take a look over back at the spreadsheet and have a look at the result. We see that's been updated. And if we click on this link, that will automatically download it. Or we can just copy and paste that into a browser. And like I mentioned, we could carry this workflow on there. You could have this sent over to your Telegram, so it's ready there on your phone. You can have it emailed to you. What else could we do? Or automatically publish it. Set up the potato. They've got a really good API. If you've got any questions or you'd like the link to the template, or if there's anything that I could do to make the video better for you, please leave it in the comments. If it is helpful, just let us know. And if there is anything more than I can do, then please just leave that in the comments, and I'll endeavour to so either improve the next videos or I'll give you updates and more help with these. I'd love to know what you create. If you're going to make your own workflows, your own videos, you can head over into that AI agent. You can update that prompt, the system prompt in there, change the output. I'd love to see what you create. Feel free to reach out, send us a DM. Hope you have a great rest of your day.